Good morning. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Hope everyone had a wonderful Valentine's Day. It's always a fun day. I love Valentine's Day. I love what everybody posts. It's always so fun. Good morning, Susie. Hi, Michael. Hi, Laura. How are you? Hi, Pam. Good morning, everybody. All right. So, hi, Laura. I think I'm ready to paint. I woke up a little bit late. I had a board meeting last night for the Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show, which was fun, but I also had a little party too, so it was busy. Very busy day yesterday. Good morning, Ellen. So I was only deciding what I wanted to paint this morning, so I'll show you my two choices and what I think I decided on here. So when I went to market on Saturday, I bought tulips, which have been so much fun. So I could do that or that. This one's a little quieter, but I've been kind of enjoying like painting things and then adding splashes of color into it, or that. What do you think? Which one should I do? Good morning, Irma. How is everyone today? Hope you had a great holiday. I think I'll do this one. I'll probably end up doing them both anyway. I've been having fun with the tulips. And yesterday I painted this heart. It was so fun. I got the idea at the end of the day, on the day before, and got it all ready. And I taped off a heart just with my tape that I use, and then did the painting inside. And I was going to do the pulling off of the tape, but it was so awkward because there was so much tape on it. But that was fun. Fun little Valentine's thing. The brighter one. Holly says the brighter one. Okay, I'll do that one. Both are fun. So I think I'm going to do the ground of I didn't even put out my permanent rose. I need to do that. I need to order some new paint because I have my workshop coming up at Square Pear Gallery in a couple of weeks. And I always like to have fresh new tubes of paint for that. Because I probably have like so many little almost empty ones. Look, I'll show you how awful it is. But I have all these tubes of paint everywhere. I really should just try and use up the ones that, so I don't have duplicates, but that would take time away from painting to do that, wouldn't it? But anyway, I think I have like maybe two more spots left in my Square Pear workshop. If anybody's thinking about joining us, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to paint, I think peonies the first day and probably a bird the second day, unless everybody, as a consensus, wants to do something different. I'm not as good at, like, sometimes when people do workshops, they have such a tight plan of what they do. And the ones that I've taught, I kind of just let things evolve as I feel like the group ones, which is more fun. I sometimes get bored if I plan too much. Good morning, Allie. Hi, Judy. North Carolina. No, not yet. I think Judy keeps talking about maybe we could do one at her place. Are you in North Carolina, Judy? Topsail. Is that what it's called? Topsail Beach? Good morning, Allie. All right. So we had this big star of the show right here, and my goal is going to be to have that feel like it's coming forward. So I'm just kind of mapping out where things are by pulling some paint away. Good morning, Robin. How are you? Did you have lunch with your beautiful daughter yesterday? I think you posted that yesterday. She looks just like you. Good morning, Emily. For Valentine's Day, Emily and her husband worked out instead of going out, which was smart. I'm sure that makes you feel good today that you did that yesterday. Good morning, Anita. How are you? Oh, and Anita's coming on our Vasari field trip, she and her husband. So if anybody else wants to join us, if you're in this area, a bunch of us are going to meet at the Vasari store, which is one of my favorite paints. Paints are like children. I don't like to say that I have an absolute favorite, but I think Vasari could be it. My favorite paint. I always like how soft that looks at this stage when I do it this way. I don't think I need to do more than that. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough today. I don't know where it came from. I thought I was over my cold. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so do I usually do it this way with you guys? I don't know if I do, but I don't. I only have this one little bit of transparent color to clean up. I could do my pigment sticks next and then mix colors. What did Emily say, Anita? Did I miss something? Yes, Emily. I have no favorite children. The bad thing is they all think they're my favorite except Emily. Thinks Isabel's my favorite. I have 3 favorite children. I'm just adding, I love putting these little bits of color in here. How many? Oh, I have 3 children. I have a son who is 30, and I have Emily who's on here with us. Emily is 27, and Isabel is in college. She is 20. And they're all great kids. That. Yeah, I don't know. Time just flew by with life. I don't know how I ended up with 3 grown kids, but it is fun having grown kids. Now this is down in here. I like that that's kind of added in there. Added in as if it didn't just happen by chance. I always think I should try to plan ahead a little bit more when I take photos, but I don't spend a lot of time like playing with where the flowers are. I just try to get a better angle, work around it to try and get a good photo. I like how natural it is to do it that way. Also because I don't know how to do it the other way, where you work to get all the flowers exactly where you want them. And a little bit of gold. My gold's almost at the end. And I think that's good. That's a fun little start. So I really just need like pinks, purples, and greens with a little bit of a fun grayish color down there. In my Inspiring Art group, we're going to be exploring purples and violets today as our session at 11. So if anybody's in my group, remember to join me. Yeah, I love the gold pigment stick too. Although I do have trouble sometimes. It's so fluid that it's hard to kind of hold on to it. I don't know. But I love how it looks when it sticks through in the end. Okay, let me turn this down here. I have a little light. My phone too much. It's acting a little wonky. I didn't have internet this morning. Oh, thanks, Laura. Yeah, RNF pigment sticks. Here's what they look like. I think I just put a fresh one in here. Oops. That's Provence blue. I love that one. So I haven't even used that one yet. All right, so I need greens. And I did want to put out, when I need a really, really dark green, I do like using this permanent sap green. I need to get more of that too. Ellen says, I've got family staying that wants to go see the manatees in Apollo Beach. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun, Ellen. That's more fun than exploring purples, I am sure. Mix up greens. So I've been using gray to desaturate my colors a little bit, and I don't have any dark gray out here. I have a little bit of lighter grays that were left over. Acrylic paints, what did you say? Acrylic paints won't paint over the sticks. Can you paint over with oil paints? Yes, you can put oil over acrylics, but not acrylics over oil because of the way they dry. So oil dries very slowly, and it dries from the inside out. So if you would put oil sticks and then put acrylics over the top, the acrylics dry very, very quickly, and then your oil paints won't get to dry. They won't even be oxygenated or whatever it takes to get them to dry. So that's why. That'll help you remember it, because acrylic paints dry too fast to let oil dry underneath. But if you could do an entire acrylic painting if you wanted to, and then paint oils over top, and that's fine because the acrylic dries so fast, then the oils dry slower, so it can dry from the inside out. Does that make sense? Chubby mermaids. Oh my gosh, that sounds fun. Fat over lean. Yes, fat is oil, lean is acrylic. And that also can apply to, I love painting been playing with glazing a little bit with some of my big paintings, and you can glaze over. That's the same fat over lean. Like, you don't want to glaze over, like if you did palette knife painting and it was too thick, you don't want to go over top of that with glazing, because the glaze will dry faster than the paint that's in the midst of that thick paint. I hope I'm saying that right. I should make that a little bit lighter. I'll add a little yellow, a little gray in there maybe. That might be too bright. I don't know. I don't always need to use it. Yeah, there is some color like that. Put a little gray in there. That over. I just need a little bit more of a desaturated lighter green. I think that's good. And now I need my purples, pinks. So where's everybody listening from this morning? Just mixing some purples here. There's really nothing that dark, so I'm going to add a little brown to warm that up. I think we got red in there. Maybe a little bit of gray. It's just too saturated. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Jacksonville, Florida, Birmingham, Alabama, Chicago, Seattle, all over the place. Christine from Wizard Lake, Alberta, Minnesota, East Texas near Lufkin. It's a fun word. Ontario, Canada, Gail. Queens, New York, Allie. And her cat. Is your cat watching me paint a little bit? I wonder if I need some with more pink in that. I'm just going to pull a little bit of that out and put some permanent rose in there, because there are a couple spots here that are brighter, more saturated. That's pretty. Florida, land of the blue skies. That's nice. Oops, it's a little thick in there. Something wonky in that pile. That's nice. I feel like I need to go a little more pink here. So let me, I'm not sure quite what I'm doing. That's good. Now I'll lighten that a little bit with, yeah, that looks better. I think that's kind of got just the right amount of pink and the right amount of purple. So I've been researching the pinks and purples for my lesson that I'm going to do today. And the reason why, there's really no such color as purple. I guess it's just probably a color they call things, because that's why it's Roy G. Biv and not Roy G. Bib. How are you liking using the grays? I'm liking it, Alan. It's taken me a little practice to kind of get used to doing that. But I am liking it. Because you can just even see that adding gray in there. I actually added brown too, but I wonder if I need a little bit more of a brighter pink here. No, that's the wrong color here. That might be a little. Oh no, that's fun. And like I always say, if you feel like your colors look nice on your palette, they're most likely going to look great in your painting. Now that little grayish area at the bottom corner, I'd like to mix a little bit of a color that'll look good down there. I like that pop of color. Maybe a little lighter. Now these are a couple, I have a Vasari colors down here. This is a Vasari color. Oh, that looks nice. So I think everything looks good together, so that should make it look good. What blue? Oh, the blue that I started with, that was ultramarine blue. And then these are some of the Vasaris I had out. I think there's another one. Oh, maybe this, I think this maybe was here. Whoops. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. These two. Orchid and Ruby Violet Light. I think these came from that set that a bunch of us bought from Vasari. I can't remember what it was called. Something like the Renaissance colors or something. What was it? Does anyone remember? I know I need, when we go there, I definitely need to get that light pink that I love. I keep not buying it for myself because I know I'm going to be there. So I might as well wait and get it when we're there. All right. How fun is this? Okay, I need a sip of my coffee. What's everyone having? Coffee this morning? Tea? Coke? All right. I usually start with my darker areas. The Vasari paint, you have to get it from the company that makes it, called Vasari, and they are in Easton, Pennsylvania. But you can order it online. You just have to go to vasari.com. And it's a more pricier oil paint, but it's heavenly. It is just such a really creamy oil paint. Some oil paints can tend to be a little drier, and other ones have more oil in them, I guess. That's probably why they're not as dry. So now I have to think this. $100 minimum. Yes, Allie, thank you. Yeah, $100 minimum, which isn't hard to do. And they do last a long time also. A A lot of my tubes of paint I've had for a really long time. Now this is all pretty dark over here. I'm going to try to put down brush strokes and not fuss with it. I think I might do a big tulip. I've been painting large for my upcoming outdoor art shows. One of these tulip paintings would be fun for that. That's in there. I went around there. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to put these bits of green in here yet because, yeah, sometimes that can get a little tricky. Like the pink will mix with the green. I think I'd rather lay the green on top at the end. Now this is all pretty dark in here. And that's a fun little blip up there. Okay. And I do want to let little bits of the pink show through too. Oh, it's dark in here. I'm looking at my grid lines. I can't really see them very well in here, but all right, I think that's good for the dark green. I need a sip of my coffee. And now I'll do my darker flower parts. So I have to kind of pay attention to what's shadows of the flowers and where the highlight areas are. And those little inside parts that have some shadow happening. It looks fun just like that, doesn't it? Probably a little darker than it needs to be right in there, but that's all right. A dark shadow. There's a a little shadow going on right in there. I like your use of filling in the negative space to create the flower. Yeah, that is fun to do, isn't it? I guess that is what I'm doing. I'm really looking for my dark areas, but I guess it really is negative space, kind of. Love negative space. Does anyone do anything special for Valentine's Day? I went and read to the kids at a local daycare. I always do that on Valentine's Day, and that was fun. Did a little heart craft with them. All right, I think that's good. Cleaning my brush off. I always use a little paper towel that I have here in front of me to clean it off. But how refreshing all those colors. They're fun colors, aren't they? And I love those pops of color. go a little lighter. I hosted a Galentine's with my friends. It was a really good time. Oh, I bet that was fun. I like doing fun things in the middle of the week. It makes the week go by faster. All right, I'm trying to take my time. There's shadow up in here. I always want it to be a mix of literally what I see in my reference image, but also keeping a little bit of spontaneity and adding my own to it so that it's different. Your decorations and setup was so beautiful. Oh, Allie said, I'll have to go look at your post. I don't know if I saw it. I think I had too much going on last night. I didn't pay attention too much to social media. And this is all in shadow here. This is deeper in shadow there, so I think I'm going to tuck some of this darker purple that I have in here. Yeah, that was good. Good decision. How old were the kids you read to? Oh, they were pre-K, so I think they were like 4 probably. I always read too fast. I always think that they'll get bored, but they didn't. They did not get bored with the book. I read the book by Danielle Chrisit's How to Spot an Artist. It's a really cute book, and the whole point of it is that everyone's an artist. So it was fun. Looks good. I need to keep that pushed back. There's some. Oh, I think that's the brown of the paper that it was in. These are the ones that I got them right from Market, and I took this photo, I think, in my car on the sidewalk or something. So that's why it has kind of a strange environment. Oh, goodbye. Have a good day at work. All right, let me think. What else? What other dark areas do I have? What's going on here? This is a light part of a flower coming up in there. Ellen, did you have fun at Nemacolin? Are you on here this morning? I think you are. That looked lovely. Did your husband take you there for Valentine's Day? I wrote to them and inquired about maybe sometime they do like artist residencies there, and I thought that would be really fun. And they did respond to me, but it felt like too much of a commitment for me. I have too much going on to go. I think you have to do it for 2 weeks. And I was like, I don't know if I could leave my life for 2 weeks and go do that. As fun as it would be. But it looks like a beautiful place. That's out in the middle of Pennsylvania toward where my daughter goes to college. Oh, you're still there. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun? Yes, I heard. I would love to go see that. We're going out that way to take the kids skiing next weekend, I think. And I don't think it's going to be skiing weather, so maybe we'll have time to bop around and go see Nemacolin while we're out there. I don't know how much skiing's going to get done. Yeah, they did. They even mentioned like that's a place that you could apply to have your art in their galleries. I didn't get around to pursuing that either because I'm having trouble making enough art. All right, that's shadow in here. And I do want to let some of that pink show through, but not too much of it, just the right amount. Oh, that picture of you and your husband, yes, that's so beautiful. How long will you be there, through the weekend? Probably. Lots of sculpture, gorgeous paintings too. Oh, that's so fun. I think I need to make that like that. It's kind of an awkward shape because it's like, I think there's a leaf that's kind of wrapping around down there. Oh, you're leaving tomorrow. That looks good. That little pop of color in there was nice. Let me push that pink out. Okay, enough fussing with that bottom part. I like how that looks now, I think. All right, so we'll keep moving forward here with the a little bit more of my dark. Somebody asked, what is the advantage to using the pigment sticks? In all honesty, the advantage is it loosens me up a little bit because I like to kind of keep it a little bit spontaneous. I'm always trying to loosen up my painting style, and putting those pigment sticks in there, I'm kind of working around them and letting them pop. So I'm not getting quite as precious about making it look just like my reference. And in all honesty, just because they're fun to use. That's the best reason of all, right? But you certainly don't need to do it. They're just fun. Fun pops of color. I love that bottom leaf area with the pink showing. Yeah, little bits in there. And it is, oh, that's just so fun letting little bits of that pink show. Although I might just leave it thick like that. I do love that. I just don't know how long. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. I'll show you at the end. But I love doing that and seeing how it looks in the end. So I kind of just go around and around and around. Like I want to kind of bring my whole painting up at the same time. Some people paint in, like they paint certain areas of painting, bring it all the way finished and then work on another area. And something's very refreshing about that idea for me, like for a large painting, but it's so much fun to do it this way. And I paint the same way with my large paintings as I do with these. I like to watch it evolve. The colors are fun. All right, am I ready to go to lighter lights? Maybe I'll do a few. What time is it? 8:34. My gosh, I think I'm way ahead of schedule today. This color mixing maybe took less time. Now this has green there. Thanks, Sue. Painting is so much fun. Oops, a little bit of a dirty brush there. Got a little green in that. And that little thick. Sometimes, like I think I must have had pigment stick there, and I got like a thick little, I don't know if you can even see that, a little thick piece I had to pull off. And I don't mind if that stays there sometimes, but in a spot like that, it looked wrong. Looked like a mistake. I want that to stay very dark there. Now there is some fine green there. All right, let me put my lighter area up in here. Oh, no, wait, what did I miss? Gail said, I'm looking forward to the lesson on violets and purples in our inspired art class. I'll be watching it tonight as I'm out all day and we'll miss the live. Okay, yep, that's fine. Oh, the right side of my painting. Pull that back a little bit. This thing, it always goes back to where it wants to be, not where I'm putting it. There we go. Is that better? I think so. All right, where was I? I was doing this little bit up here. I'm going to keep this pushed back. There's that little. That's good. Okay, now I could put a little bit of fun green in here. I think that's good for that one. I might just leave that go. And then do this bit at the very end. Okay. Thank you. I think that one looks good. I want to fill in a little green right here. All right. I think I need to mix up a little bit more of one of my lighter pinks. The color that I'm using right now, I don't have enough of. I like the pink showing through. I think all that looks good. I think I'll go around the outside and then I'll maybe work on this middle bit at the very end. Middle flower. This is a dark green here. All right. I just need to make a little bit more of this. Kind of a light purple. light's hitting that right in here. And a little, just a bit there. Gorgeous colors. I love how you captured the sunlight on the tulips. Yes, that's what I'm trying to find, all the bits of sunlight now to put the lightest lights. That's what always brings it all together in the end. A little glow right there. So when you think about it, like some of the areas that are light are actually in shadow. So you want them not to be as light as your lightest lights. You have to think about where your shadow areas are and where your highlight, where the sun's actually hitting the flower. I think that's a good suggestion of that. I feel like this is a little, I need to soften that edge there a little bit. Okay. I like that. That all looks pretty good. I think I can go into that middle now and try that out. I didn't finish that little flower back here either. Sometimes, like if I have a weird, that little, I feel like I need to turn the whole painting upside down to get the right shape. But that worked. I think that did what it needed to just that quickly. A couple little strokes. So there's lights here. It's a very complicated little bit going on in there. It's the part where I'm holding my breath. Yeah, capturing that light. And I'd like to let a little bit of that pink glow happen in here if I can. Maybe against that green, because that is kind of like the focal point right in there. So I can let some of that sexy show. It's fun, isn't it? I'm just looking at sometimes like, well, there's a little green bit there. Like I want the pink to show through, but I don't want so much that it's distracting. And I need to work on that little stem in there too. Keep this pushed back. Now I still feel like I don't have enough definition right in here because that all looks like one lump. It doesn't look like two separate flowers. So I'm going to lighten this a little bit in here. Try and bring that separate that from what's behind. I feel like that needs to go darker. Now I feel like my colors are mixing on my palette a little too much. All right, did that help? That did separate them a little bit. That's too much pink showing right in here. There's a shadow right there. I do love that, but I think I need a little more definition in there. What do you think? I love the vibration of that green and this has a little bit of a glow here too. But I do need a little bit dark. I brought that forward a little bit. That has a nice glow to it right here. And I'd like this to be a little more bright pink. All right, that's helping. Now I need to stop and think a little bit. Now, do I have on my highlighted areas, are there things that I'm not seeing that would help this painting look better? Maybe a little bit of lightest, almost white. That will help to pull that forward a little bit more. I don't know. I think I might be finished. Oh, I do see. I don't want that so pink right there. Like I said, I want pinks to show through, but I don't want them to be distracting. I want them to be like little kisses of color, not something that pulls your eye too much. Look at it here for a minute. The little leaf behind the center flower stands out too much. This one. Is that what you mean, Laura? Oh, because it needs a recessed area in the middle, doesn't it? It needs to have a little of that, doesn't it? That could go a little lighter right here. That's what that needed. Yeah, it is funny when you look at a painting for a long time, you get that you don't even notice things. And that's why it's always good to, like, it sometimes get up and walk away. Like, I'll get up and do something else for a while and give myself space to come back. And that's when you notice, like, things that you've missed or things you want to add. And it's also fun to, like, get to a point like this in a painting and not even think about not look at the reference anymore and just add what you want to add into the painting. With no regard to, this edge needs to be a little more Yeah, that helped. I think it looks good. Now I'm fussing too much. And like I always say, when you get to a point in the painting and you're not improving it, you're just changing it, it's a good time to put your brush down, sign it, and call it a day. Because I find that then that's when overworking happens. Wait, let me take this out of here. So there is my reference image and my painting and my palette. Too much dark on the lower left of the center flower. This is too dark. Yeah, maybe it is. Should I lighten that a little bit? But that also brings your eye to it more because it is a focal point. That could bring a little bit of magenta. If anything, that should be less. I don't know why I'm fussing with it so much today. There, that's good. Oh, what would you say here? Let me turn this around. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I will post this on my YouTube channel and hopefully on my website today. This is called a wipeout tool. It's a creative mark and it just is a rubber tip tool. So if you finish your painting and it's wet, you just sign it with this instead of signing with a paintbrush, which I've never gotten good at. The star of the show, that's right. So thanks for coming, guys. It was fun, as always. Great to see you. And if you're in my Inspiring Art group, I will see you at 11. Thanks for coming, and we'll do it again next week. Thanks. Bye.